Should I start over?
Yeah, just a tiny bit louder.
Okay. Ulysses by Alfred Lord Tennyson. In little profits that an idle king by this still hearth among these barren crags, matched with an aged wife I met and that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me. I cannot rest from travel, I will drink life to the least. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone, on shore and when through
All right, you're reading great. We'll start from the top.
Okay.
That's what makes it sound perfect.
Okay, Ulysses by Alfred Lord Tennyson. In little profits that an idle king by this still hearth among these barren crags, matched with an aged wife I met and dole, unequal laws onto a savage race that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me. I cannot rest from travel, I will drink life to the least. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone, on shore and when through scudding drifts that rainy hiatus vexed the dim sea. I am become a name, for always roaming with a hungry heart. Much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments, myself not least, but honored of them all. And drunk delight of battle with my peers, far on the ringing plains of windy Troy. I am a part of all that I have met. Yet all experience is an arch where through gleams that untraveled world whose margin fades forever and forever when I move. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use, as though to breathe were life. Life piled on life were all too little, and of one to me, little remains. But every hour is saved from that eternal silence, something more, a bringer of new things, and vile it were for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this gray spirit yearning in desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star, beyond the utmost bound of human thought. This is my son, mine own Telemachus, to whom I leave the scepter and the isle, well loved of me, discerning to fulfill this labor, by slow prudence to make mild a rugged people, and through soft degrees subdue them to the useful and the good. Most blameless is he, centered in the sphere of common duties, decent not to fail in offices of tenderness, and pay meet adoration to my household gods when I am gone. He works his work, I mine. There lies the port, the vessel puffs her sail, there gloom the dark, broad seas. My mariners' souls that have toiled and wrought and thought with me, that ever with a frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine and opposed free hearts, free foreheads. You and I are old. Old age hath yet his honor and his toil. Death closes all, but something ere the end. Some work of noble note may yet be done, not unbecoming men that strove with gods. The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks. The long day wanes, the slow moon climbs. The deep moans round with many voices. Come, my friends, 'tis not late to seek a newer world. Push off and sitting well in order smite the sounding furrows, for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset and the bass of all the western stars until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. It may be we shall touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield.
That's what your roommate needs.
Yes.
I'll tell you a funny interconnected story. More random shit from 45 Surf. The founder of Vanguard, you know the Vanguard group?
No.
Like the Vanguard Mutual Fund.
Oh, yeah,
like that.
yeah. Okay.
The founder of it spoke at my festival the first year because I teach his book alongside Homer's Odyssey.
Oh.
And I brought him up along, I took him along Mulholland, like the whole drive, like because we had an hour to kill.
Oh.
But for his speech, he closed with that poem. Because he's 80 years
Really?
old. And it's that whole thing of to strive, to seek, and not to find.
That's
And because I
really-
was teaching his book alongside Homer's Odyssey. So it's that whole theme of the Odyssey.
I
Then a funny
love
thing
that.
is because I had no idea that the Odyssey was one of his favorite books.
Oh,
and
it
that he
is?
actually, because I found this book, it's called Character Counts. It's from like the mid-70s, like about the building of Vanguard. And he quotes
yeah.
from the Odyssey and Tennyson's Ulysses.
Oh my god.
So it's just like so weird.
That's so
how everything's
crazy.
kinda-
Connects, yeah.
There's a little bit about the hero's journey when you like set out like seeking ideals.
Right.
Like you end up running into people that are like seeking the same stuff.
Right, yeah.
So-
You're going the same way. That's
And another
interesting.
random thing, which will work into the film too, is that like the Gold 45 revolver is part of a video game patent that I did, started getting attention. And there's an editor of a magazine, and just this month, if you look at the Play magazine, it's like towards the last page, he talks about, I want the blood of heroes. He talks about why like video games aren't as good as the Odyssey. So I sent him all my
Oh,
stuff.
that's interesting.
And like now he wants my book. He just put on my Facebook yesterday.
Oh my
He
gosh.
said, finish that book, damn it. So it's like good
See,
encouragement.
That's so awesome.
I'll do
And you're
that.
like getting yourself out there. That's so great.
Yeah, and all these like random, like weird ways. But that's like what 45 Surf is that it seems really random, but it's not. I mean, like the guns from like the original Showdown, like, you know,
Yeah.
the classic Western of Odysseus showing up
Right.
and like freeing his home from like all the imposters and false people in it. Which was kind of like Bogle's building a Vanguard, because it's like the mutual fund that like tells the truth kind of thing.
Right.
So getting rid of all like the imposters and stuff like that.
It's so cool
So-
how everything connects. That's so cool. It's crazy.
Weird stuff. I had to do Thor's hammer when my friend from Norway said that Magukin is probably a Viking name. I go, what? I had no idea, like just like half a year ago. So I Googled it. And she's
my
like,
God.
right. It's like, oh my God, that's like so weird.
That's so crazy. That's so
Crazy
cool.
stuff. We'll do one more.
Okay.
Or a couple more.
Which one do you want?
Hundreds more. How much time do you have? I don't want to take too much time.
I have to be at that thing at 4, and I just have to like go home and change and
Cool.
stuff, and maybe.
We'll be done soon. It's still really early, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's like.
We'll do the eagle while we're on this page.
Okay.
Since we're way up here. Next to where the eagle soar.
Okay.
So John Bogle has ridden along Mulholland.
That's crazy.
Oh wait, we'll flip this over.
Oh yeah. This page too. Okay.
You can say The Eagle by Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Okay. The Eagle by Alfred Lord Tennyson. He clasps the crag with crooked hands, close to the sun in lonely lands.
I'm sorry, we'll start over. It's Crooked Hands.
Azure world.
Azure.
Azure world. The wrinkled sea beneath him crawls. He watches from his mountain walls and like that. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay. Azure. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Azure.
Azure. Okay, I remember. Okay. The Eagle by Alfred Lord Tennyson. He clasps the crag with crooked hands, close to the sun in lonely lands, ringed.
Oh, we'll start over.
I know. Those motorcycles are loud.
I know. It's like 2 miles away now.
I know. Okay. The Eagle by Alfred Lord Tennyson. He clasps the crag with crooked hands, close to the sun in lonely lands, ringed with the why can't I remember that word? Azure. Okay. The Eagle by Alfred Lord Tennyson. He clasps the crag with crooked hands, close to the sun in lonely lands. Ringed with the azure world he stands. The wrinkled sea beneath him crawls. He watches from his mountain walls. And like a thunderbolt he falls.
All right. We did that whole thing without any motorcycles. Unbelievable.